The light in your room doesn't just flicker, it breathes. Something beyond this world is moving closer. The air isn't silent anymore, it's listening. The moment feels stretched, like the world has paused to watch what you'll do next. A single whisper breaks through the darkness. It's not a knock. Not a voice from outside. It's inside your chest, echoing like a divine storm trapped beneath your ribs. I order you to open this right now. The words are not a request. They are a command. And they belong to Archangel Michael. Your heartbeat races, faster than it ever has. A strange chill runs through your veins, but it isn't fear, it's something older, something sacred. The room around you begins to change. The shadows on the walls stop moving with the light. They move on their own. You know this isn't a dream, because you can feel the pulse of something ancient pressing against your soul. You try to look away, to blink, but you can't. The voice grows sharper, more urgent. Don't try to ignore this. It's only for you. The ground beneath your feet hums. Not loud, but enough to make the air vibrate in your lungs. You know this feeling, even if you can't explain it. It's the presence of something holy, something that doesn't visit just anyone. This moment, this night, has been chosen. And it has your name written across it in the language of angels. Your hands tremble as a thin golden thread of light appears in the air before you. It floats gently, like a feather caught in still wind. But this isn't light from a lamp or a star. It's alive. Breathing. A whisper moves through it, soft like wind over water. Michael. The name comes from nowhere, and yet it fills the room like thunder. The golden thread stretches upward, slowly forming a door with no hinges, no locks, no walls. Just light. A presence stands beyond it, heavy, strong, burning with something no human language can truly describe. You can't see his face yet. You don't need to. You know who it is. The air tightens around you. Your pulse and the glowing thread sync like they are connected. Archangel Michael doesn't speak with lips. He speaks through the silence between your heartbeats. This is your moment, he says, not in sound, but in the deep, thunderous language of your soul. The world around you sleeps, but heaven is awake. Do not turn away from this. You have been marked, not with fear, but with purpose. A strange sensation flows through your body. The golden light wraps gently around your hands like a ribbon of warmth. The cold disappears. You feel weightless. The shadows around the room bow, as if something greater than night itself has arrived. You want to speak, to ask why, but your voice is caught between awe and breathlessness. The light pulses once more. Then Michael speaks again, louder, shaking everything around you. I am not here for everyone. I am here for you. There are no coincidences tonight. Heaven does not make mistakes. The floor beneath your feet glows faintly, like a map written in light, revealing patterns older than time. If you choose to ignore this, Michael says, the message will fade. But if you open your heart now, the hidden truth will be revealed. Suddenly, the golden light flickers like a heartbeat on the edge of fading. You sense urgency, a countdown you cannot see, but feel in your bones. Every second you stand here, the veil between this world and the next grows thinner. A wind rises in the room, swirling around you, whispering your name. It's not the kind of wind that comes from outside, it's from another realm. Michael steps forward. For the first time, you see the outline of his wings, massive, burning with divine fire that doesn't consume but protects. His eyes aren't just eyes. They are like stars carved into eternity. This is only the beginning, he says. But you must decide now. Open what is meant for you. Heaven's message will not wait forever. The golden doorway brightens until it almost blinds you. Your fingers lift on their own, drawn to it like gravity. You're no longer standing in your room. You're standing in the space between here and heaven. The wind doesn't fade after you touch the light. It grows louder, swirling like a storm that has learned your name. The room that was once yours begins to stretch and dissolve, as if every corner of reality is being peeled away. Your heartbeat pounds against your ribs. The golden doorway trembles, not from weakness, but from power too vast to be contained. A soft, divine glow spills across your skin. The moment you cross the invisible threshold, the sound of the world falls silent. There's no wind. No clock ticking. No footsteps. Only the thrum of eternity breathing. The floor beneath you isn't wood or stone anymore, it's something else. A smooth surface of living light, shifting and rippling like water, yet solid as the heartbeat of the universe. A golden mist rises around you, and from within it, a figure steps forward. Taller than time, radiant like 1,000 suns. His wings unfold slowly, stretching wide, brushing against the edge of creation itself. Archangel Michael stands before you, not as a distant whisper this time, but fully, powerfully, terrifyingly real. His voice isn't soft anymore. It's a roar that doesn't need volume. It speaks straight into your soul. You answered the call. His words vibrate through your bones. Do you know what that means? You want to speak, but your voice feels trapped beneath the weight of the moment. Michael raises his hand, and the space around you shifts. Images appear in the mist, flashes of battles unseen, places beyond the human eye, worlds wrapped in light and shadow. 7 seals burn in golden fire. A sword drips with the light of divine justice. And a shadow, so vast it makes the stars tremble, lurks at the edge of it all. This was never just a message, Michael says, his eyes burning brighter. This is a warning. A door has been opened, and what's beyond it is searching for you. You feel a chill crawl across your spine. The images swirl faster. Faces you don't recognize, places you've never been, but somehow everything feels familiar. Why me? Your mind whispers, but your lips don't move. Michael answers as if he heard your thoughts. Because your name was written into this story before you took your first breath. Because you carry a light that darkness has feared for centuries. And because heaven doesn't knock twice. The ground rumbles. The golden mist darkens at the edges. Michael turns sharply, wings spreading wide like a shield. Something is pushing against the doorway behind you, something cold and silent but powerful. A whisper rises, not from heaven, but from the shadows beyond the veil. It calls your name. Not kindly. Not softly. It drips with a weight that makes your stomach twist. Michael steps closer to you, his presence like fire and steel. Do not listen to that voice, he warns, it has waited for this night. But you must not give it space. You must open what heaven gave you before it's too late. A golden scroll appears in his hands, glowing with a pulse that matches your heartbeat. Inside this, Michael says slowly, is the truth that darkness tried to erase. But only you can read it. And if you don't, everything that protects you will begin to fade. The air grows thick. The scroll floats toward you like it knows where it belongs. Your hands tremble as it lands against your palms. It's warm, alive, breathing like a heartbeat in your hands. Michael's eyes lock onto yours. There's no going back after this. The moment you open it, the veil will split fully. Light and shadow will see you. Do you understand? You nod, though your body shakes. The shadows beyond the doorway whisper louder now. Some sound like your name, some like laughter twisted by darkness. The golden scroll burns brighter. Then do it, Michael says. Do it now. You break the seal. A flash of golden light bursts out, spinning around like a storm of stars. Words, symbols, and images pour into your mind, not in sentences, but in feelings, visions, pieces of a truth too powerful for any ordinary human to carry. You see a tower of light standing in a sea of darkness. You see hands reaching out from both sides, light and shadow colliding. And then, you see yourself standing at the center of it all. Michael raises his sword. The blade glows so bright it feels like the sun itself has come alive. This was hidden from you, he shouts over the rising wind, but not anymore. Now they know who you are. The shadows twist like 1,000 serpents in the air. A crack splits the space behind you. The door of light shakes violently. "They're coming," Michael says, his voice calm but fierce. "But so is your strength. Heaven never chooses without a reason." A sudden rush of warmth floods through your chest. The symbols from the scroll vanish into your skin, glowing faintly like constellations etched beneath your flesh. You feel power you've never known before. And yet, it doesn't feel foreign. It feels like something that was asleep inside you all along. "You see now?" Michael asks. This wasn't about receiving a message. It was about awakening what was always yours. The wind howls. The golden mist cracks. The shadows surge forward, but Michael steps in front of you, wings spread wide, light pouring from every feather. His voice shakes the realm. "You will not touch what is chosen." A wall of golden fire erupts around you. The darkness recoils but does not retreat. This battle isn't ending here. It's only beginning. Michael lowers his gaze to yours. This is the moment where your path splits. If you run, the light will fade. But if you stand, heaven will fight with you. Are you ready to decide? The world tilts. The air trembles. Heaven itself waits for your answer. The world around you is no longer the same. The air feels like it's breathing with you, fast, uneven, waiting for your choice. The shadows pressing against the golden fire twist like living smoke, whispering your name over and over again, each syllable dripping with hunger. Michael stands like an unshakable wall between you and them, his wings stretched wide, light spilling out like a river that refuses to end. But even his light trembles at the edges. Something far more powerful is trying to break through. Your pulse pounds louder than the storm outside the veil. You've opened the scroll. The symbols are carved into your soul now. The darkness knows who you are. And heaven is holding its breath. The floor of light beneath your feet cracks, not in fear, but in preparation. Golden roots of energy spread outward from where you stand, spiraling into the distance, weaving through realms you cannot see. Michael doesn't turn to you, but you hear him. Not with your ears, with the part of you that was just awakened. This moment is what you were born for. His voice is heavy, calm, like the sound of mountains breathing. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Now. A deafening sound booms through the realm, a roar that makes the golden light shudder. The shadow beyond the doorway pushes harder, and for a heartbeat, the fire wall bends inward. Michael's sword bursts into a blaze brighter than the sun. They will not take what belongs to heaven, he declares, his voice like thunder cracking across eternity. The shadows hiss, the whispers become screams. You can feel them trying to reach into your thoughts, to convince you to step back, to doubt. A cold chill crawls up your spine. And then, suddenly, everything stops. Not because the danger is gone, but because something has answered. A presence greater than Michael fills the space. It isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. The silence itself bows. A blinding white light descends from above, not as fire or storm but as something pure. Michael bows his head slightly, not out of fear, but reverence. "He's here," Michael whispers. The shadows quiver. For the first time, they retreat, their edges curling back like smoke meeting dawn. The light doesn't speak in words. It speaks in truth. A warmth surges through you, stronger than anything you've ever felt. It isn't just power. It's recognition. The voice that fills your soul is older than creation, softer than a whisper, louder than existence itself. You are not forgotten. You fall to your knees. Not out of fear, but because no human can stand in the presence of such endless love. The shadow screams, a shriek that rattles the farthest corners of everything. It lunges forward, desperate, wild. But Michael moves like lightning. His wings slam shut around you, creating a shield of divine flame. His sword arcs upward, cutting through the darkness like a blade through smoke. "You will not win tonight," he roars. Golden fire explodes outward, colliding with the shadow. Light and darkness twist together, the realm shaking like it's holding two storms in one sky. But this time, the darkness isn't growing. It's breaking. A sound like glass shattering echoes through the void. The shadow lets out one last scream before dissolving into mist, fading into nothing. The silence that follows isn't empty, it's full. Full of power. Full of presence. Full of everything that's been waiting for this moment. Michael lowers his sword slowly, his breathing steady, his light dimming just enough for you to see his face clearly. There's no anger there. Only fierce, unshakable love. "Now you understand," he says softly. "This wasn't a warning meant to frighten you. It was an awakening meant to free you." You look down at your hands. The golden symbols are no longer glowing, but they haven't disappeared. They've become part of you. Not a mark from the outside, but light within. Michael steps closer, placing his hand gently over your heart. "You have something darkness has feared for centuries," he whispers. "Your light." For the first time, you realize, this entire night wasn't about being chosen. It was about remembering that you already were. The mist clears slowly, revealing the familiar outlines of your room again. But it doesn't feel the same. The air is heavier with meaning. Every corner of the room hums softly, as if carrying a piece of heaven with it. Michael stands at the doorway of light. It hasn't vanished completely, it lingers, waiting, glowing softly like a promise. "This isn't the end," he says, voice deep as the sea. "This is the first page." His wings fold slowly, and yet the power in his presence doesn't fade. The next time the veil shakes, you won't be the one trembling. The shadows will. The golden light rises around him, growing brighter. You can feel your heart sinking with it, beating like a drum that heaven can hear. Michael turns his gaze to you one last time. Do not doubt why this came to you. Heaven does not make mistakes. A gentle breeze brushes your face. You blink, and in the time between one heartbeat and the next, the doorway closes. The golden light fades. You're standing in your room again. But everything, every inch of it, feels different. The ordinary isn't ordinary anymore. You can still hear the faint echo of Michael's words in your chest, like a promise branded into the air. You are not forgotten. You walk to the window and look out at the night sky. It's quieter. Softer. Like the stars themselves know what just happened. You take a deep breath. The fear is gone. The weight is gone. What's left is a fire that isn't burning you, but lighting your path. Somewhere beyond the stars, Michael is still there. And if the shadows ever come again, they won't find someone afraid. They'll find someone awake. Someone chosen. Someone who knows. Your story didn't end tonight. It began. If this message has reached you, it's not by accident. Heaven's timing is never wrong. Archangel Michael didn't appear in your story for nothing. And now, it's your turn to carry that light forward. If you felt this message in your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Spread it. Let others hear the call before it's too late. Subscribe, like, and share, not just to hear a story, but to carry the light that can awaken others the way it awakened you. Heaven is closer than you think.